Wait! Who are you?
I'm your friendly neighborhood Gridman. Hey, how's it going, my deadly mercenary family? Cosmic Mercenary here, bringing you a new video in which seems like it's been forever since I made a video. The last video I made was talking about Flaviosk and how he didn't like My Hero Academia, or at least Thane's ideology. No, straight up, he hates My Hero Academia, so that's my last video. And then I said I would make more videos, and then here I am, making this video. So there's been something on my mind that I've been obsessing with for a while now. That's right, Ultraman. More specifically, Gridman. So as of right now, I'm not sure if Gridman and Ultraman are the same. Like, is there a variation of Ultraman? Is it like Power Rangers, where there's different Power Rangers such as Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Space, Lost Galaxy, etc.? Or is it literally connected to the Ultraman series, but he's just called Gridman? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Actually, let's not find out because I forgot to study that. However, let's talk about Ssss Gridman. So the reason why I wanted to watch Gridman, or Ssss Gridman, was because I always wanted to get into the Ultraman series. However, I never knew when to begin. But seeing that Gridman came out just a couple weeks ago, I was able to actually follow that storyline. So I decided to jump into it. However, halfway through watching the first episode, I didn't realize it, but I've actually already seen this before. Now, before I continue this video, I wanted to let you guys know that I am kind of going to be talking about spoilers ahead. So if you guys don't want spoilers and you guys just want to watch the first couple episodes first, because I haven't seen the full series since it's still going on to the point of this video. So if you guys want to go watch them real fast, I highly recommend them. I like them. The art style is really nice. It's really good. Pleasant, it's eye candy, and I like it. So I recommend you guys just stop the video and go watch that and come back. But anyways, let's continue. I came to realize that I actually knew this Gridman. I knew him as Servo from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. And the moment I realized it was Servo was when he was in trouble fighting a kaiju. The alarm started going off, and I'm like, I know who this guy is. I know who this guy is. I know who this guy is. Basically, as soon as I figured it out, I'm like, oh my gosh. I was just like amazed. I'm like, this is Servo. This is what I used to watch when I was a little kid. So at one point through the episode, as soon as I'm like, I know who this guy is, I just felt like, I was like, what? I was just like, that. I am Gridman. I am the new Gridman, guys. I'm the new Gridman. But basically, I was just like that. So it really brought me back childhood memories. So after watching the first couple episodes of Gridman, the first 2 episodes actually, I decided to actually catch up to what I loved about Gridman was the nostalgia of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. So if you're a 90s kid, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, oh boy, it's a lot of cheese. It's a lot of cheese.
Superhuman Samurai. Superhuman Samurai.
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad is about a character called Sam that gets fused together with a computer program called the Servo program, and together they go off into the digital world and save it from super mega viruses created by Kilo Kong, master of the digital world. So the show takes place in the 90s, right before the internet world was accessible at the time. So it was just a brand new concept of computer technology in the home and everything. So they really try to be all techno savvy in the show, but it hurts. It hurts. It hurts my little heart. So this show was my childhood. Since we couldn't afford watching the good stuff like Power Rangers, we had to get the cheapo stuff from the 99-cent store, and that was Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. So Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad came out in 1994. I was born in... You guys thought I was gonna tell you when I was born. But anyways, I was born later than that, so and it stopped airing in 1995, I believe. It aired for 1 season, and it had 50 episodes roughly around there. And it didn't just do so well, hence the only 1 season. But it's still my childhood because my parents bought VHS tapes from the 99-cent store and made me watch them over and over again, so I would shut up when I was a little kid. However, stepping aside from that, I wanted to compare at least the character-wise and series-wise about, as far as I know right now, about Gridman to Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Because many years have passed and, oh boy, this one seemed, Ssss Gridman seems like a good one. So one main change that is different from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad to Gridman is that in Gridman, the kaiju fights are taken in the real world. In Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, the fights would be taking place in the digital world, so it'd be on computers or technology. The main villain of the series, called Kilokon, would make one of Sam's classmates do the drawings for the monsters. He would create the monsters and send them off to whatever they were going to destroy that day. Since it was Power Ranger-esque, it was just like every episode had a different monster. Say in this episode, Malcolm freaked us just like, oh, I was late to class, Kilo Kong. You know what I want to do? I want to make a virus that will make everybody else late. And then Kilo Kong would be, oh yes, Malcolm thing. Please give me a virus so I can destroy every watch that everybody's wearing. No time. So that's literally how it'd go. They'd make the monster, several bagged, several wins. That's rinse and repeat, but it would take in the digital world. And this one, in Ssss Gridman, we see it takes in the real world, and there's casualties. As of right now, I've only seen the first 2 episodes, so I'm not sure how they are repairing such atrocities, but it is shown that buildings are fixed, but there are casualties to these attacks. Oh boy, there's casualties in these attacks. People are dead. So the main character in Ssss Gridman goes by the name of Yuta Hibiki. And he starts off the show not remembering who he is. He doesn't remember anything. He can speak and all that, but he can't remember what's up with him. Like, why can't he remember past memories? And in the first episode, it's seen that he has a connection with Gridman, so he has to go to this classmate's thrift store and look at a computer, and he communicates with Gridman through the computer. His American counterpart is Sam Collins in Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Number.
Okay.
Got it? Okay, here. Write it down. Okay. And add 1,000.
Okay.
And reverse it and subtract the year.
Mm-hmm.
And add your phone number.
My phone number?
Yeah, it makes the trick harder. It makes the trick harder. It makes the trick harder.
Of course, with every main character, there has to be a supporting character. Someone that will cheer them up when they are down, someone when they need help, they can count on all the time. You know, Joey Wheeler to Yukimoto, or Tails to Sonic, or Krillin to Goku. And in this show, we get it of Sho Utsumi. Sho Utsumi seems to be the type of guy that is a big, fat, geeky nerd. Why do I say that? It's because he's already mentioned the Ultraman series twice in this Gridman series, so it's either a little meta or he's got to go. He's a funny little quirky guy. I think he supports his friend because that's what supporting characters have to do. And I think that's what's gonna go on in the show. I want to see that he kind of gets like a little nervous because you could support your friends to the end of the earth, but in the end of the day, they are fighting kaijus and they're just in middle school. They look like they're in middle school. I don't know if they're in high school or middle school, but they look like they're in middle school. So I want to see if this guy's gonna like break at one point. I hope he breaks at one point. That'd be very interesting. His American counterparts are Amp and Tanner.
Don't mean to rain on your parade, Romeo, but Jennifer has no time for dates. The girl is always busy.
Yeah, you're right.
So you're out of luck, pal.
But see, I heard Maria, who told Heather, who told Bob, who mentioned it to Steve, who was overheard by Sydney, that she's actually free this Saturday.
Well, call me a dim bulb.
Oh, I am?
Oh, you called a wise one?
Yeah. Well, I was wondering, I heard your brother was an industrial strength bass player. Would he be willing to...
Loan you his car?
No.
Electroplate his gym socks?
No.
Suck a rat through a straw?
No, Amp. Just join our band.
What an odd request, but I'll ask him. Oh, don't drink my science project, okay?
Stay.
An anime community cannot have an anime show without, you guessed it, anime girls. Anime girls. Anime girls. And this time we have it in the form of Rika Takarada. So she's the classmate that has the computer that Yuta has to go to talk to Gridman. And let's just say Yuta is really interested in her, in her junk. Wait, no, that's not what I meant, guys. Junk is the computer that she has, so obviously Yuta is very interested in that. Heroes, yes, I've been talking about heroes this whole time. Oh, we got the supporting character, we got the main character, we got Gridman, we got Gridman. But what about the villains? What makes a good hero? A good villain. And we got a villain, I think. Now, before we go into the villains of Gridman, I want to talk about the villain from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. And that is Kilo Khan, Master of the Digital World. Kilo Khan's Japanese counterpart is Dark Lord Khan the Grapher or something like that. But I want to talk about specifically Kilo Khan because he was honestly, in my opinion, the best thing about Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. If you were to watch Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad or did watch it, you know that Kilo Khan was hands down the best part of the whole show. Because just how the way he talked, the way he acted, the way he just existed. And it also helped that Tim Curry, the guy that played Pennywise in the first TV series of It by Stephen King, voice acted for Kilo Khan, and it was just magnificent.
I am not flesh and blood. I am more. I am the most powerful computer program in existence.
Then why do you need me?
Viruses.
But yeah, he'd do something like that, and it was just beautiful, and it was amazing, and I really enjoyed it. So it was a lot of fun. So if you were to watch Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, I recommend you just watching it for Kilo Khan parts because it ages like great cheese. Kilo Khan actually makes an appearance on this show. Since I've only seen the first two episodes, there is someone in the monitor there that resembles Kilo Khan, but his name Alexis. Alexis. More like Alexa. Like, hey Alexa, make me a kaiju. Hey Alexa, buy me grape juice. Hey Alexa, hi. Boy, why Alexis? I don't know, maybe they're trying to do that correlation with Alexa and Alexis? I don't know, but the villain's name is Alexis. And he's the one that's creating all the kaijus that is attacking the city. And that's all I know about him. I didn't read into a lot of these characters, especially the villains, especially the story, because I want to be surprised of where the anime is going. So Alexis is the one that's creating all the kaijus. But of course, we have the guy that creates the kaijus physically, but I assume it's the same deal here. Because in Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, even though he was Kilo Khan, Master of the Digital World, he had no creative mind because he doesn't have minds. He has numbers and coding. So he had this villain called Malcolm Freak to help him out and create the kaijus. And here we've got this girl. Oh boy. So this girl's name's Akane Shinjo, and she crazy. She crazy, everybody hide, everybody run for their lives, hide their wives, hide their places, cause she gonna be killing everybody up in here. This girl literally made a kaiju to kill her teacher that bumped into her. and didn't say sorry. Didn't say sorry. You make a giant kaiju that makes this, it destroys cities and puts people's lives in danger because we explained that the casualties do occur here. Just because he didn't say sorry. Just because the guy was probably rejected and didn't have the date he wanted or something like that. Just because the guy was concentrated in whatever he was doing, or maybe he was depressed. Because I'd be depressed too if I had to be her teacher. But other than that, she's really crazy. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do with that villain. That she's just unhinged. I could see anything that occurs to her. I could see her just making a kaiju. Someone sneezes in her direction, kaiju. Someone looks at her, kaiju. Someone exists, kaiju. Mother. Her American counterpart is called Malcolm Freak. Frink. Actually, I thought it was Freak for the longest time, but it's Malcolm Freak, and this guy's kind of emo loner type of guy. So.
No, seriously, do you want to come to my place after school?
No,
Your place.
not a chance.
Paris?
I can study you just fine without ever getting downwind of you, see?
Cool. You know, I think you missed my good side.
You have no good side.
So apparently SSSS stands for Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. I know Cyber is with the C, not an S, but in the show they made it into an S for whatever reason. And apparently that's what it stands for in Ssss Gridman, so that's actually pretty cool. I like that. So I know it's not fair comparing this anime with the cheesiness of the cheese of the 90s, but I'm just very excited to see what they take this direction. I know I'm very nostalgic for this anime, so I'm just wondering where they're gonna take this direction. I know they're not the same characters as I'm familiar with, but I am just happy to see that a part of my childhood is still going on, and I can't wait to see the rest of the Gridman. I haven't searched too much into it, so that's why this video is more like just a slight comparison between the shows and such, but I like to be surprised, so therefore I don't want to get too into detail right now, but maybe I'll make a review of the anime once I'm done finishing the season, or the anime if it's going to be the final anime completed. I want to see it, and I don't want to be ruined by spoilers on that. But what do you guys think? Are you just gonna watch it? Let me know down below. And also, guys, I'm sorry I've been having uploading. I know I say this like all the time, but I'm not as busy anymore. In fact, I'm in big trouble, but that won't change my mind up to making videos. Now I really want to make videos because it's fun and I like it and it de-stresses me. But besides that, thank you guys for watching, stay vigilant, and see you guys next time.